What's up, guys? Your boy M here. So, I'm pretty sure all of us have noticed that everything is getting more expensive. Gas is still expensive. We even have on the news that there's still issues going on in the Middle East. We can see housing prices are still relatively high, other than certain places in the United States, like in Texas and parts of Florida and certain places in the Midwest that are coming down in price. We do have a few things coming down in California and New York, but it's so small or minuscule you can't even notice it. So that brings me to my point of being frugal throughout 2026 and 2027. That's because we don't see any real progress happening when it comes to pricing, any growth in our financials, and we continue to lose jobs. At this point, it makes sense just to double down again at your job and keep all expenses low. Even I've come to the point, like, I wanted to go for my master's degree, but now I'm thinking that it's probably not worth it right now because supposedly school administration and well enrollment is down, right? And so you have that many students going to college right now. So that means that the prices should go down, right? But the question is, how much can they go down? If there's so many less people going to college right now, obtaining bachelor's degrees, and that means even less master's degrees and doctor degrees, you might be able to get it at a better price and, get more opportunity to work with your professor and understand the subject a little bit better, right? So that's a thing to consider. Like, if you wait, you save your money, certain things you can get at a better deal. But I understand that some of us don't want to wait, but we just have to. You want a house? Wait. You want a brand new car? Wait. Why? Because things are changing in the economy and we don't know what's going to happen. It's been like 5 years now that, we've seen prices just continue to go up, but nothing makes any real sense. Buying a car, I think it's still around $50,000 to get a brand new car, but then they put all this extra stuff in it that you don't really need. Technology, blind sensors, we got Tesla cars that have the automated driving and all that stuff. You really don't need that because 9 times out of 10, you're going to be doing simple things driving to work, driving home, driving to the grocery store, probably seeing friends and family, going on a little trip or something like that. Or maybe you just want to drive out and hang out and chill out and have you like a little space to yourself. If you got family or family and stuff like that, you got your car that you can just hide in, chill out, and then you can go back home when you ready to see your family or whatever the case may be. Right. So that being said, being frugal is the best thing for all of us. And you would say why? Well, number one reason, you're going to save money. Two, you can evaluate what are the things that are going to be more important to you and what you need to spend money on. Three, you can build abundance in your savings account and you can start putting money away for your investing account. And those are the three main reasons, right? So, with those three main reasons, you can go ahead and set up your life for what's going to be like past 2026 and 2027, right? Because we need to have a good idea what's happening. If we don't have a good idea what the economy is going to look like in the next 2 to 3 years, it's best not to move because you don't ever know. If you do have the ability to save all that money and you save up a nice chunk of change, let's say you're sitting on a good like 75,000. Because from 2026, 2077, you've been saving your money, been working some overtime, maybe a little side hustle, maybe you got a little business going on, and things are working out for you. You have that extra cash, and so if you get greedy though, you probably want to buy something. And the goal here is not to get greedy because you don't know if you did spend that 75,000 you put on the down payment. Let's say that home goes out to a bust. So you say that $75,000, you purchase a house for like, let's say the price was at half a million and went to 400,000. What if that could have gotten lower, right? So that's the question that you should be considering. Like, is it really worth that price? Probably not. Especially right now, there's plenty of things that have gone down. I was watching a YouTuber, and he said that he's seen a house that was worth $1 million, I'm sorry, $500,000. And over the past 2 years, from 2024, 5 to 6, he has seen it go down to $375,000. So imagine if the seller, or if the seller has the ability to cut down that price by 100 and like, well, 100 and 125,000. What if he has the ability to cut it down more, right? So if the house went from half a million to 375, and let's say you can get another cut of 75 to 300,000, that would be a better outcome for you to take rather than to spend that 70,000 on that house at that time, which you probably won't get a good deal. And the other things you got to consider is interest rate and all those things. So guys, just think about it before you do anything for the next 2026 and 2027. I would say save your money. Be frugal. If anybody really wants anything, oh, let's go out, say no. Kind of give some time, like, hey, you know what? Or you can say this to yourself. I'm gonna just go out every other week. So you go out 2 times out the week. No, no, you go out once every 2 weeks. That means you're gonna save abundance of money. That means you have time to plan and think, and gather your thoughts and just build on from top of that. And work on other side projects when you have that available time, and do things that are gonna be cheap so you can save that money. Because if you do anything right now, again, you do anything right now, you're going to spend more money than you intended because we already got things already skyrocket prices. So I would just say be patient, wait, and don't make any quick moves and stay frugal for the next 2 years. And let's see what happens because once it gets to 2027, we can ask ourselves what's going on in the market now? What has changed? Is it for the worse or for the better? Yeah, man. But that's what I got for you guys, man. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.